For 50 years, Faith Ringgold used her art to comment and express her feelings on racism and gender equality. Faith Ringgold created bold paintings in the direct response to civil rights and feminist movements. Her artwork helped her express her opinion on difficult times and helped her connect with the people. In a quote, Faith said, "I had something I was trying to say, and sometimes the message is an easy transmission, and sometimes it's a difficult one, but I love the power of saying it, so I'm going to do it, whether it's hard or easy."
These are people who I associate with my life growing up in Harlem. The musicians, the artists, the politicians, all of these truly great people who influenced my life and made me know that I could do anything I wanted because they're doing it.
Growing up, Faith was influenced by the people surrounding her. Her mother and her friends used to talk about how tough the times were while Faith sat there and gathered information. As she got older, she was inspired by New York musicians and politicians that helped her believe that anything is possible and she can do anything she wants in her life.
They would call the guys inside to sit around the table to talk to the curators and to the directors. You understand? But not me. The museum will open up to African American artists, but you won't be one of them because you're a woman. Okay, I got it. Well, I decided that I needed to get involved with women's issues. It felt like we were doing something, and we were a part of the movement in America to equalize things.
While Faith was involved in political movements and women's rights issues, she created a series of paintings called The American People. In this series of art, Faith focuses on racism and the integration felt by Black Americans. These paintings were oil canvases that expressed the differences in blacks and whites and how they felt about it.
You can't sit around waiting for somebody else to say who you are. You need to write it and paint it and do it. That's where the art comes from. It's a visual image of who you are. That's the power of being an...
Between 1967 and 1969, Faith Ringgold created another series of art named Black Light. These paintings were mask-like faces that reflect on Ringgold's interests in African art. Faith used bold compositions in these paintings to refer to events that occurred in the late 1960s, including race riots.
James Baldwin was such a messenger, you know. He had so much to say that was so clear and wonderful, and his writing was just so succinct, you know.
James Baldwin was one of the main people that influenced Faith Ringgold as she grew more popular in the political world. The book Nobody Knows My Name, written by James Baldwin, influenced Ringgold. The book examines topics like race relations in the United States, and the way Baldwin went about writing was very influential to Ringgold.
And I wanted to be a part of the struggle. I wanted to have a voice. And I wasn't, nobody was going to come around and knock on my door and say, "What do you think?" You know, I was going to have to put my voice in, and I wanted my voice as an artist, as a visual artist.
Faith Ringgold was unique in a way, where she used art to speak for her. Her art was so captivating that it helped her gain power in the political world and the fight for women's rights. Faith fought for equality between men and women and protested that a workplace should be 50% male and 50% female.
What percentage of women do we demand? So my daughter, she said 50% women. You want 50% of the people in the Biennale to be women. You know.
Faith Ringgold had powerful knowledge in the art world and political world. She connected the two and helped raise people's awareness of how women should have equal rights and for how African Americans should be treated. She's one of the few artists in all of time to be this influential with her art and her political work.